It's hard to believe you can go to bed at 7 o'clock.
Yes. No, it isn't. I've done it before. It's great.
And wake up just now, Jack.
It's great.
Oh, my God. I turned off my alarm 80 times. I'm not kidding. At one point, the snowboarder's like, you have 12 minutes to get ready. And I go, I don't care. I can make it in 3. Oh. I did. I was like,
You're playing Name That Tune with minutes?
Yes. Oh, my God, Jack. And I can't even believe how well I slept. Like, I slept the best I'm so excited. I'm going to have the best day ever. I went to bed at 7 o'clock and, like, shut my eyes and didn't get up until, let's see, what time was it finally? Well, I know I had 3 minutes to get ready.
Wow.
And I have to leave my house by 5 or else I don't make it.
Right.
So it was 4:57. Wow. It was a beautiful thing. I was very happy. Oh. And, I have to tell you one other thing. I went to bed at 2 o'clock and woke up at 4.
And then went back to sleep.
Went back to bed at 7.
That's fun.
Wow, you're tired.
Is that too much sleep?
No, I got a feeling your body's going through something.
Yeah, I'm supposed to, right?
Yes. No, you do need to sleep.
It's supposed to happen that way, right? I'm not lazy. I'm just tired. Anyway, I'm 8 weeks pregnant.
Oh, you finally went to the doctor?
Yes, Jack. He looked at my cooch.
Oh, what did he say?
I felt violated.
What'd he say?
He said everything's great. Everything's absolutely great. The healing won't kill the baby.
Okay.
And I said that caffeine won't kill the baby. And he's like, everything's good. But now I have to go to old people's school, like old people clinic.
Like for moms who are over 30 or something? You go
35.
35 is the cutoff?
Yeah. And they go in with this needle and they take cells from the sac.
Oh, an amniocentesis?
Oh.
No, that's through the abdomen.
Oh, okay.
It's like that.
Okay.
But now they go through your vagina.
Oh, that's probably better than getting the needle
Through the belly, yeah. And they go in and then they pull the cells and they see if you have a tard.
Cool.
Well, I mean, they can pretty much test all the tards, but there's some tards that you can't catch.
Right, the ones they can figure out.
Right, and so wow, that was mean. Anyway,
it wasn't necessarily mean. It just wasn't the most
PC.
eloquent way to put it.
How would you say it?
They can test for genetic diseases of the ones they know
you can
of.
catch.
Right. Or no, the ones that they are able to
detect.
identify.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
Wow, that was mean. Anyway, those, right. And but then after you have that stuff pulled out, you can't do anything for 2 weeks.
What do you mean you can't do anything?
Like you can't, I mean you can come to work, but you can't pick up anything or do anything or shop. You can't go shopping or anything.
Okay, you just gotta be mellow.
Because you will totally miscarry.
Oh, because at that point they've violated the.
Yeah, I don't think you want to.
There's trauma.
Like to
then,
me,
right?
it's almost worth like having a Down syndrome child because I think they're so lovable. Than miscarrying.
Yeah.
Some people opt not to do it. You don't.
That's
have
what
to,
he said.
Yeah, you don't have to take the test.
I know. So I don't know. So, but it's just old lady doctor, which is weird for me. I have to go to old lady doctor. It's like when you have to go to
old lady doctor.
You know, when you finally have to. What's the kind of doctor for old people?
Geriatric.
Yeah. Like that must be a bad day.
Yeah.
I'm going to a geriatric pregnancy doctor.
But I bet you go to the geriatric doctor way after you really should have. You know, you start falling apart when you're like,
that's true.
Okay, I'm going.
That's absolutely true. So in 2 weeks, we'll know the sex of this kid.
Isn't that cool?
That soon?
2 weeks.
Man, they get it dialed in now.
In 10 weeks, you can know the sex of your kid.
And you want to know, right?
Yeah, except for there's a whole thing. Because there's just too much pressure to have a boy.
Oh, if there's a girl, he may just leave, back up the mountain?
No, he's like, I'll love it probably more than a little boy, but a little boy. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just have a happy, healthy baby with 10 toes and 9 fingers.
Yeah, exactly. with more than 7 fingers.
Exactly.
Good,
I mean, God. I mean, and if the worst we get is one with like some few more toes or a few less toes, I'm fine with that.
Extras aren't a problem. They cut those puppies right off.
Yeah,
fewer
exactly.
are harder to deal with.
Yeah, as long as it's not the main one, like the thumbs.
Right.
Yeah.
You need the thumb and at least 1 finger is my.
And if it's a girl, we got to give her a ring finger.
Right.
So you get rid of her eventually.
Okay. Now, finally, I know we have to go to break. I bet you can't guess. You cannot ever guess what the due date of this child is. You will never be able to guess. Never. And we'll go to break. Just guess.
All right, I have a guess.
You won't be able to. It's almost shocking. And I'll tell you when we come back.
Call Jamie, Jack, and Stench.
We have today's date, please.
Today is Wednesday, October 26th, 2005.
Yay! Big Bob comes to town tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah, so we had to get all our sleep in today. Hey. Anyway, so yeah, Big Bob comes in tomorrow, and I believe it's already at 9 minutes till the hour. Time for our first calls of the day.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie, Jack, and Stench. First call of the day.
Day.
Call of the
Day.
day. Call of the day.
Day.
He did the Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
Did the mash. Never mind.
Irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead.
It's a dead man's party.
Could ask for more. Everybody's coming to your
Party
body
at the door. Halloween, Halloween.
Ghostly things are gonna happen and stuff. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Halloween spooks outside my window.
Yeah! I added the yeah for flavor. I'm sorry, I'm just so enthralled with my Lily and Vernon catalog. I gotta put it over there.
Yeah, that thing's crazy.
Oh my God, it's crazy. All right, so we have all kinds of phone calls all over the place, blah, blah, blah. This is not going to become the baby show, by the way. Let me just tell you that. I just had exciting news early, so I wanted to get it out of the way. But we're not going to do baby talk throughout the next 9 months. I guarantee it. We'll still do dildos out the
Out the yin-yang.
Wow. Here's Jenny. Jenny, first call of the day.
Hey guys, good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, good, Jamie. Hey, and Jack and Stench. Jamie, don't do the test. Just go through the pregnancy, and if you're not going to change anything, if you found out something, just go through the test. My sister-in-law had the test, and they had her scared out of her mind that something was wrong, but she would never abort. So she went through 7 months of, wondering what was wrong, and she had a beautiful baby boy, and he's my godchild. And
What did they say was going to be wrong?
they said spina bifida and Downs were a very good chance, and
Wow, that seems mean.
it's horrible, And so her and my brother went through hell for 7 months, wondering what they had to be prepared for, and he came a month early, the little guy, but he came in the middle of a snowstorm, but he's healthy and he's awesome, and it wouldn't have changed anything, even if he wasn't. They said they would have kept him anyway. So what?
Right, but isn't that weird that they told him that there might be a chance and then the kid's fine?
Yeah,
That happened to Audrey, too, didn't
Yeah,
it?
the Audrey, they told her pretty
Yeah.
much to abort it.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
crazy.
exactly. So why? I mean, if it's not going to change anything that you would do, just be healthy and be a good mom or pre-mom, and
we gotta wait.
She
and see
call
that.
you a pre-mom?
I'm a pre-mom. Well, I'm having prenatal syndrome or whatever.
exactly. I mean,
Alright.
do the normal crazy stuff that.
Are you going to go to Lamaze, speaking of prenatal crap?
Wait, I'm having pre-podum.
Pre-podum. Because that's post-podum.
Yeah,
Or
I'm having
post-podum.
pre-podum syndrome. I don't know about the Lamaze. I'm really trying to keep myself ignorant about everything.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't. It's,
That's good. That's good.
Lamaze.
I try to do that at work.
I didn't buy the book, What to
No.
Expect When You're Expecting.
No, don't. Lamaze scared my wife.
a good book.
It had the negative effect because they tell you everything that could go wrong and all this stuff, and we were like, you watch videos. I think it would have been better if we hadn't gone.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. I didn't buy the book, even though you say it's a good book. I don't want to expect anything.
No, but you should.
Every day's a surprise.
No, that's such a weird way. The book just seems to give you answers to when something weird happens, and sometimes you'll freak
I'll just
out.
ask you guys.
Yeah, but we don't remember everything. You're bringing it all
Because
back
I remember
to us.
I got acne yesterday. And all of a sudden I got acne. I was like, you guys, do you remember if your wives broke out? They're like, oh. I'm
Yeah,
like,
we
okay.
totally forgot already.
It's probably a yes.
But look at the book, and then and it just
I
explains.
hate to read.
You look up what's bothering you. You don't have to read it cover to cover. You look up things that you want to
Do they
know
have-
about.
Pregnancy for dummies. Is
Yeah,
what I mean.
I think they have that.
They probably do.
Or do they have what to expect when you're expecting on tape?
Right.
Audio.
I'll just use this show to ask questions. I don't really want to read.
No.
listeners are going to help you, I'm sure.
You need that book.
Yeah, so Jenny, hold on the line. You're the first call of the day.
Yay!
And congratulations on
You know
it.
what we can do to Jenny, since she is the first call of the day?
What can
Let's
we do?
go ahead and send her on our second annual Halloween
Well,
Pimp and
let's
Hoe
see if
Party
she
cruise.
can go first before we just randomly send her.
Okay.
Jenny,
Yes,
what are you doing Saturday night?
just hanging with my kids.
You want to go to our Pimp and Hoe Party cruise without your damn kids?
I think I can get a sitter. That'd be awesome.
All right, you hold on
Get
there,
on
sister.
hold. We're
We're
sending
going.
you to the second annual one brought to you by Wahoo Fish Tacos.
Yay, wahoo!
No, it's a different Wahoo.
Oh, whoops.
Fish tacos.
Oh, that sounds disgusting.
Really? My wife, because fish is on the do not eat list because of the heavy metals in it
Yeah.
and stuff. wanted fish her whole pregnancy. It was
I
always a
don't
battle
want fish.
because she'd be like, let's go get fish. I'm like, you can't have fish.
Although I did have cottage cheese come through my nose last night, which was totally cool.
That's a cool
that's
trick.
not
Yeah,
cool.
that was a cool trick.
That's very
And I'm
cool.
still not afraid to eat it, which is interesting.
That is weird.
Here's Tony. Hi, Tony.
Hey, Jamie, how you doing this morning?
Hi.
Hey, so are you going to name your daughter Lucy or what?
Yeah, Little Devil. And so you figured it out, huh?
Yes, I did. My wife's about the same time as you are. She's due on like 10.
Yeah, the baby's due date is 666.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Wow.
That's funny.
That's crazy.
Is that weird?
Yes.
And by the way, Snowboarder doesn't think it's funny. I think it's totally funny. I'm like, the first little shirt you get, like Little Devil, 666, all this
Right.
stuff. But I think because his mom was a missionary and he still holds some of that, like, religious stuff, like, really sacred.
666 is kind of just a weird coinky dinky.
No, because I said the last number's 06. So it's not truly 3 sixes lined up, if you must.
Right.
It's
And
6606.
It's just kind of funny.
It's
not-
funny.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
come
not
on.
funny.
Do you really believe in that crap? You know how many babies are going to be born that day? Are
I
they
know.
all
And I
the
looked at the
devil?
doctor. I go, you better change that up because I know the snowboarder is a little religious,
Right.
And he goes, he said, babies have to be born on that day.
Right.
I go, well, actually, that's going to be awesome whenever, like school, that's going
You
to be a
remember
cool
everything.
thing.
What's your birthday?
666.
It's easy to remember.
I think it's funny. He flipped out. He doesn't think it's funny.
Yeah, I think that's funny.
He's like, it's not funny. I'm like, it's funny. Little devil. Anyway.
Very appropriate for you.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's totally appropriate. I think it's even funnier that it's my kid and it's 666. My God. I'm like, if we really line it up, it's 060606.
Oh my God.
Oh,
that is
wow.
funny.
All right, well, Tony, I hope your wife's not too bitchy because we get a free bitch card.
Yeah, I figured that one out already.
How's it going?
I'm glad to be going to work right now.
Oh, my God. He's glad to be going to work.
Yeah.
Work is a lot less work.
Wow. Okay, well, Tony, I'm glad that you guys are so loving and caring about us.
Yeah,
Oh, you make it so easy.
We try. You know what?
You're
we
so
feel,
damn lovable, you.
we feel bad that we don't feel good, but you guys are supposed to be doting.
You
I
don't?
do. That's how come. I love her so much that I just feel like a queen.
No, you don't. You just try to bone her.
Come on. You love her so much, Tony, that you go to work so you don't kill her.
I go, honey, you know what? If I know that rubbing my back means that you want to bone me, then don't rub my back. I mean, like, why is that, Tony? Why can't I just get a free back rub?
Okay, you obviously don't live at my house because it would happen all the time without anything
I'll
in the
tell
end
you
that
why,
works
because
for me.
I
back rub's
love
kind
you.
of a pain in the ass. So the only reason we do it,
But Tony does it because he doesn't try to shtup.
Tony's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, guys are used to the
Rubbing
back rub,
feet,
big
all
finish.
that crap.
Look at Tony. He's like, yeah, all that crap. By the way, Stench, everybody, got a new television
Oh,
show.
congratulations.
Yes.
And he'll be announcing the big television show and everything he's doing on
We're
it.
going to play a clip of the pilot episode about 8 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, so we're really excited. Something happens, you know?
That's huge. I'm glad that the King of Queens thing worked out for you.
Yeah, it's all spawned from that.
Yeah, and so at 8 this morning, we'll play a clip of his new pilot episode of his new TV show. We're really excited about it. So that's at 8 a.m. this morning.
Yeah.
And at 7 a.m., we have Geraldo Rivera.
Rivera.
Right.
Geraldo at Large. That's his new show.
Oh, what's it about?
It's Geraldo back doing his thing, and he's going out and doing, it's like
Opening
a new show.
tombs with nothing in them?
Yeah, but that kind of stuff. Remember how cool that show was outside of the fact there was nothing in that tomb?
Yeah.
It's really cool stuff that he's doing, and it's going to start here Monday at 11 on Fox.
Didn't he fake getting shot at or something? Or he was carrying a gun when he was doing...
Don't hate the Geraldo.
There was
I
just
don't
some
know.
drama with
There was
him and a gun
something.
and being... Or that he had footage and he wasn't really being shot at or something.
I don't think Geraldo's ever.
No.
I think
Well,
Geraldo,
can
if
we look
anything,
that
Oh,
up?
no. Or did Geraldo get kicked out because he gave away the coordinates? Was that him?
that was
Yes.
he drew those
Yes.
things in the sand and they booted him out of
Right.
Iraq.
Yeah, because he said, here's where we are.
Right.
We
He
are
drew
here.
the map in the sand.
But
Yeah.
it's like he's in the sand in the middle of the freaking
Yeah,
desert at
but
night.
still.
Who knew?
You know, they did.
Right.
They live there.
It's like that mall map, you know. He put
Yeah.
the little Tasty Freeze there and then the little star where
You are
he was.
here. Yeah, Claire's Jewelry's
And
over
by
here.
the way, they've proven that insurgents don't watch Geraldo. They like CNN much better.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay,
The
all
liberal
right.
commies over there.
We have to get to this person because she has to go, I think. Brenda, hi.
Hi, how are you this morning?
We are lovely. How are you?
I'm great. I love you. You guys rule.
We
rule.
Thank you so much. What are you doing up at 6:11 in the morning?
I'm actually driving to work.
Oh,
But
take
I
a
have a-
nap.
I wish I could. I have a story I have to tell you now that you're going to be a mom.
Okay.
I have a daughter who, at 3 years old, because I was such an avid listener, called our new puppy a bastard.
Now, see, isn't that adorable when they call the new puppy a
cute.
bastard? I think that's adorable.
Right. And probably accurate.
And better than dildo.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I was appalled. I had a house full of people, and we had a new puppy, and she was outside, my beautiful princess little girl, at first granddaughter, and the dog jumped on her, and she goes, "You bastard!"
Oh, see, that is a little bit. When mom puts her up on the princess
Right.
pedestal,
Yeah.
and then she brings her back down to white trash.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, even worse, I'm Hispanic, so, typical street girl.
Oh, yeah. A chula. What do they call them?
Chola?
A chola?
Or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Chola. That's what she was.
Yeah.
She was a little
Chola.
disco
Baby
beat running around.
chola.
Hey, get off the couch, you bastard!
Yeah. All right. Well, Brenda, hold on the line. We'll give you something pretty, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Oh, and by the way, is your baby a bastard?
No, she's not.
Well, I mean, because that makes the story even better.
Right.
Yeah, when they're a little bastards, that's just that much better. All right, anyway, speaking of CNN and all that stuff, did you see that some gay newspaper has outed Anderson Cooper and Shepard Smith of Fox News? Anderson Cooper is of CNN, Shepard Smith of Fox News as gay?
Yeah, no, I saw that story. I mean, are they?
Yeah, that's what would suck. What if they out you and you're not?
The author claims that Smith once tried to pick it on him in a New York City gay bar. He also says that Cooper has dodged the issue in recent interviews.
So dodging is not denial.
No, dodging is not denial. Dodging is dodging.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Hey.
whoa,
Better
gay,
watch out,
gay.
that gay thing's coming at me.
Gay, oh!
I'm not
over
saying
here.
I'm gay. I'm not saying I am.
Whoa, yeah. So usually dodging to me means guilty.
Yeah, me too.
So, and I've always said this: if you're gay, can't you just be? I mean, or does that change
Especially
everything?
if you're a newscaster. What do I care if you're gay as long as you deliver the
Okay,
news?
but
Exactly.
imagine, especially the guy on the Fox News. That Fox News network is super, super conservative. Those are the right wingers. They frown.
Fox?
They not like local Fox channels, but the Fox News channel, the cable Fox.
You think they're conservative?
Yeah, they're conservative. Where CNN is the left, Fox is the right, and imagine being on the right conservative one and saying, "Yeah, I'm a big mo." They frown upon that. Remember, they don't really like. They don't want to
That
give the
just
gay
proves
marriage
them
and all that
bigger
stuff.
idiots.
No,
than
but I'm
they
saying that's your job. You
Right.
wouldn't. I wouldn't want to come out either. If that was my job and that's what I did, I wouldn't want to come out so that.
Do you have something to tell us?
Yeah, we're so right wing here, and I'm afraid to admit my homosexuality because the listeners might not like me
They
anymore.
might not like you. They might not accept your
Yeah.
gayness.
Right.
So I
The
understand
fact
it.
that you're bending over some man and
Oh,
taking him from behind.
God,
That
please.
affects your delivery of the news.
It maybe would if you have to picture it.
Yeah.
Especially if it's you.
No, I wouldn't like me anymore.
I have a question about you.
Okay.
All right. So I waddled in here and I said, God, I feel like I'm already waddling. I feel like because I'm 8 weeks pregnant or whatever, I feel like I'm already waddling. And Stench goes, me too. And then I said something like, yeah, but I didn't plan it. And then I said, well, maybe you didn't either. And then he said, well, maybe I did. And anyway, it was going back and forth. Do you think in your mind, because, I mean, this is a question for everybody, that this is how you thought your body would look, that you are, like, this is who you would be at this age?
Oh, yeah, you know exactly what you're gonna look like. It's called "Look at Your Parents."
Yeah, but I don't
And
know.
chances are you're gonna look like one of them. I look like my fat ass dad.
Wait, at what age are we talking? Like when I was 18, did I think I'd look like this?
Right. No, now. Like right now,
Yeah.
did you think this is how your life would be right now?
No, that's what I mean. But you mean how I pictured myself at 34 when I was younger, right?
Yeah, I think, well, because I don't know. I feel like Stench had a plan that he knew he would be a little chubby, and he was.
No, I know. I look exactly like my dad when my dad was my age. That's one thing. I saw him every
But-
damn day. I look exactly like him.
Because you have
Only bigger.
You have the makeup of my dad, but my dad's a lot bigger, but he's losing weight. But I wonder, because his father also looked like that. If he just went, because it seemed like when I was growing up, he just sat there and drank beer and ate Fritos and stuff.
And that's what we do. You know what's funny? It's, as a guy, you see it, you're like, hey, there's my dad. That's what I'm going to look like.
Right.
Yeah. And then, like, if your dad's bald, you're just like, oh, I'm going to be bald. But girls,
Freak out.
if you see mom's a big one, you flip out and will do anything not to look like her.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. Like, you guys all...
We don't care.
You go to that place like, okay, my dad was pretty happy sitting in that recliner and eating his, whatever, he's
Yeah.
eating popcorn and drinking that beer. And you resign, or like, not resign, you blah, blah yourself to being that person.
Yeah, and he had 2 remote controls, me and my brother. He had a damn good life.
Yeah.
Like that.
So, I mean, but is that okay with you? Is that what you want?
Yeah, it's like You don't fight it. You've never fought it. You just accept it. This is who you are and who you will be, and you accept it and move on.
Because let me read this to you. It says, Jamie, Jack, and Stench, the biggest grounds for divorce, based on yesterday's show, is the dreaded recliner. I got divorced after 20 years because my husband bought a huge green leather recliner to watch sports in, and his ass grew so big sitting in it all day that he got stuck and couldn't get out of the chair for our entire marriage. He wouldn't even get laid. Brides, don't let the dreaded recliner into your home or it will be the end of your marriage. And her name is Bonnie. And so I thought, you know, Bonnie, that's a good point because once you buy that recliner like their fathers had, it's all over. It's absolutely, I mean, it really is.
You know what? That's when he has officially accepted defeat and he's just like, I'm my dad.
Do you have a recliner? Jack,
no, there's nowhere to put it.
There's nowhere to put your
recliner? There's no shabby chic recliner that would be accepted into my house.
So that's good. You got Jack, you have a recliner?
No.
Yeah. I have a love sack.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
You couldn't get fat in one of those.
But you have to get up and out.
I'm too fat right now to get into a love sack and watch TV.
But do you think that this guy's dad, I'd love to know. Well, maybe she's probably not up. I'll call her in a little bit. Anyway, do you think that this guy's dad had a recliner?
I'll bet you. We had one when I was a kid. We had
too.
a big Naugahyde recliner that when you sat in it, your skin stuck to it wherever, there wasn't clothing, like your shirt or whatever.
Right.
Because it's that cheap fake leather. And it was right in front of the TV.
Yeah.
And I was a little kid. I was playing on it, and I poked a hole through this seat.
Did you tell?
I lied.
And when you said what?
And I said, I had my toy in my pocket, and I sat down, and I poked it.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't blame you. Monica, can you come here? I bet Frank has a recliner. You know we're 8 minutes late, right? No, I did not know that. Oh, I didn't know that.
Way to go.
Sorry, I had no
She's here.
I know you didn't. That's why probably because you kept bringing people in. I'm like, oh my god.
She's here.
Monica?
Oh, she's talking the wrong mic. Okay, go.
Hi. Never mind, we're 8 minutes late. Okay. Okay, so this morning, I just wanted to know from Stench if he planned his life like the way it is. Like, if you saw your dad sitting in a recliner, like, because he plays PlayStation, which is fine. But you knew that, okay, I might be a little chubby, I might sit in front of the TV, and this is what my dream life is.
No, now you have an excuse. You just blame your parents.
That's how you were
you're
taught
like,
to live?
yeah, this freaking dad's fat.
And then Bonnie, and actually, Monica, if you can come here and dial this number and find out from Bonnie, because I'd be interested to know. Bonnie said, don't ever get your husband a recliner because the demise.
That's actually very funny.
She got divorced after 20 years because his husband bought a green leather recliner to watch sports in, and he got stuck in it, basically, and couldn't get out of the chair their entire marriage. It's kind of sad. Does Pancho have a recliner, but you guys live in an apartment?
Yeah, we can't. It doesn't fit.
Yeah.
He would have one, but he can't get it right now because it doesn't fit.
Do you think his aspirations are to be like his father?
Probably. Yeah, because his dad's he's in, not a big guy. He's in shape. He looks good. He's not like the sitting on TV. He works
Who
with
sits
him.
on a TV?
Not on the
I do.
TV.
It's easier to sit there and
he's
look
not
down.
like the, guy that just sits there with the remote. His
And
dad's
scratches
not like
his
that.
balls? Wow, that's not a typical
my
father.
Dad is like
You know
that.
what? We have 4 recliners at
I
my parents'
actually
house.
have a lovely picture that I will bring in tomorrow of my dad because I have a love sack at home.
Yeah.
And one day he just laid himself on it. You guys have seen my dad.
Yeah.
And you know what he looks like.
He's a roly-poly.
He's a big guy. And he couldn't get himself out of it.
Oh, well, that was like exercise
and
then.
it took all 3 of his kids. All 3 of us had to get him out of there.
But see, that was like exercise.
Love sacks are bad for fat people.
No, but that was good. That was like exercise. Him trying to roll back and forth and stuff and get out of it. Yeah, it was like a workout for Papa.
We watched him trying to roll out of it for 5 minutes, and one of us finally said, "Oh, maybe we should help him out."
Oh, that's so sad. Well, and Jack, you guys, you don't have a recliner.
Yeah, we don't have room.
And
for
you
one
don't know
either.
what your dad did.
My dad wasn't a sports guy. I know that much from.
My dad wasn't either,
my
but
dad
somehow
wasn't either.
he totally didn't have a team or anything like that.
Yeah.
But he sat there and watched Bill Dance bass fishing.
Yeah.
Or he watched Johnny Carson.
Right.
Yeah,
late at
love
night.
Johnny Carson. Oh, love Johnny Carson.
Dude, my dad watched only stupid stuff. Like
Benny Hill.
National Geographic. The History Channel. Stuff like that. My dad all
didn't
day
have
watched
that.
that
Yeah,
crap.
and it's a different time now. When we were kids, there were only
We
a
had
handful
4
of
channels.
Mutual of Omaha was on every
Oh
damn
my
weekend.
God! Did I tell you that story?
Oh.
Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. How I threw up pizza
No.
because the red-butted apes. those red-assed
Right.
apes, and they had
Yeah.
hemorrhoids all over their ass, and they were just
Right.
all red-butted apes, and I was like, Dad, I can't watch this. And my mom was like, Bob, she can't watch this. She's getting sick. And he's like, I'll be goddamn if we're going to turn it without TV. It's Mutual Omaha's Wild Kingdom. And I threw up my pizza.
Yeah.
Because of
That's
the red-assed
hysterical.
ape.
Right.
But they made you watch it, and it was the worst show ever. You'll
they-
learn something.
I didn't learn anything.
Yeah.
I learned that monkeys get hemorrhoids.
I learned
Right.
how boring TV was.
That old guy drives around and makes the young guy do all the work.
Yeah,
That's what
and I
remember
think they
from
were
that.
homos now that I look back.
Oh, and now you know what he watches whenever I'm over there? And in one of his 4 recliners, he's watching that damn Yule Hauser.
Oh, Huell Hauser? I
Oh,
love
Huell Hauser.
He watches that guy every
All right.
day
I watch that, too.
in the recliner.
Huell Hauser on vacation or whatever.
He only does California. It's 2 shows, one about L.A. and one about the whole state.
Yeah.
And I watch both of them.
Last night in
Oh,
the
you're my dad.
background of
Uh-huh.
television, I don't know why I date these men, and now I'm engaged to one, that need to watch modern Marvels.
Oh, I don't like that show either. Yeah, I know.
I don't like any of that stuff.
Well, we have to watch Modern Marvels because the snowboarder's dad is on it a lot.
Oh, okay, because he builds
Well,
those
that's
huge
cool then.
things.
I
don't watch
Tunnels
that.
and stuff.
He builds those tunnels and stuff. And then the other thing is that we have to watch it because there's always a German guy. He goes, if you watch in engineering of everything, there's always going to be a German.
He's right. Those Germans are smart when it comes
Crafty,
to
those Germans.
So last night we watched him make a huge roller coaster, and you know what? A German
German
man
guy.
popped up. Geraldo's almost here. Jack's gonna ask him why he drew pictures in the sand and told everybody
Oh,
where
no.
our troops are.
I know why he did it. He was just trying to report the story. It just was not the best move.
Jack's very upset that he told everybody where our troops were in the sand.
I like Geraldo.
I didn't say we didn't like Geraldo. I said Jack's very upset.
But the guys ran the gamut. Remember, was he like 2020 at first, and then he turned
Oh,
into
he's been around
his,
forever.
And look how many wives he's had.
Yeah,
My
his
God.
show.
And didn't he sail around the world or something, too?
Geraldo's done everything.
Yeah, Geraldo has done everything.
My God. Anyway, all right. Hey, good news. I have the chick who wrote us a letter about the
good.
recliner. Yeah, Bonnie.
Hi,
Bonnie's on.
Bonnie.
Bonnie!
Hi, guys.
Hi!
Yes, guys, rule.
Please rule. Thank you, Bonnie. I got your email, and I
Yes.
thought it was very interesting because Stench and I were having a conversation earlier today that sometimes men see their fathers and they go, well, that wasn't a bad life for my dad. I think I'll get me a recliner. I'll put it in front of the TV and I'll live my life. And that'll be, and my dad seemed pretty damn happy. And so I read your email about never get your husband a recliner and that your husband kind of adhered himself to it.
Oh, yeah. And when the dog sat on his lap, he wouldn't get out of it for days.
Oh, he'd sleep in it, eat in it, everything?
Oh, like would fall asleep in it and wouldn't come to bed. So gave up sex for his recliner.
Oh, my God. And now here's my question. Was that what his father did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's pretty
Pretty
much,
much.
I think that the recliner is something like your religious beliefs.
It is, and I'm just trying to break the cycle. I'm trying to help some women out there break the cycle.
I believe that if your father was a recliner, then you too will be a recliner and you'll pass it on to your kids. They'll be a recliner. You know,
Yeah.
like it's just something that they do.
It will be.
Like I'm a Tampax user, not Playtex user because my mother used Tampax.
I hear you. We pass it on because that's what we know, right? It's familiar. That's what we know.
Exactly. The blue box to me is what I know. And so I always get the blue box.
I have an 18-year-old son, and when that time comes, he has a girl at Steady or Serious, I'm going to tell her, don't let him buy a recliner.
Yeah. So you
Don't
really
do it.
believe that this recliner it killed your marriage?
Well, it was a huge part of it because, he'd come home from work, he'd get in it, he wouldn't come to eat because he'd be in it. Because then again, that's the father thing, the TV dinner thing. They had their dinner in front of the TV on the little stand.
Oh, perfect.
Those were the days, the TV dinner.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't imagine my dad eating dinner in front of television. We weren't even allowed to have it on hardly.
Yeah, we sat at a table every night, but
did
still,
too.
even there were issues with the fact that my mom worked too, and my mom took care of my brother and I, yet my mom cooked dinner every single
My
night.
mom did too, and it was crap.
And it was ready at like 6 o'clock.
But you have weird food issues.
Oh,
I bet it was
Yeah,
Jack,
it's
it
true.
wasn't good. It was awful.
Weren't you the girl who ate salted lettuce for
yeah,
like years?
because
so
I didn't like food.
you might have your
It
own
might have been
issues.
good food.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
Yeah. I know. All right, so Bonnie, I like this. I like that this is a new, kind of a public service thing. Don't get your husband a recliner.
Jamie, you know what? He spent 2 $2,000. It was a green leather
Ooh,
recliner.
yeah.
It should have been a vacation. So, I mean, he went to love.
$2,000.
They make outrageous recliners now with like drink holders, and they make one that's a
do
double
stuff.
wide with a refrigerator or a cooler in the arm.
I mean, I've seen the pit groups, and I'm all for those
Right.
because I want to put a porta potty in them.
Right.
Yeah.
But the recliner that's $2,000.
I think they're all rather costly. Even a cheap one.
Is it a sharper image one that does the rolling back
lazy
thing?
boy. You got to
Yeah.
go lazy boy is
Yeah.
the
Because I like the ones
Cadillac
that
of
you're
recliners.
the back rolls and all that.
But see, I'm planning ahead. When I get my recliner, as I grow into just morbid obesity as I get old, I want the one that's made out of cloth because I don't want to stick to it and grow to it like you do the leather and the fake and
like
the
her
fake
husband
leather.
did.
Yeah,
Naugahyde
no,
or
you know,
whatever.
like it grows to their back and they have to be surgically removed. The fat
Wow. So Bonnie, are you dating now?
No, it's been 5 years. Actually, I'm just here in LA for a couple months, and so, I'm trying to, analyzing what's the difference between here and East Coast.
Yeah.
Not really, I have a lot of rules, I kind of no recliner. I'd like a guy that actually likes to leave the house occasionally and not play video games like yesterday's conversation.
Right, yeah.
Well, you're a pain in
yeah.
the ass.
Yeah, I mean, you do have big goals.
I know. But I figure I did 20 years of that. I kind of like to do a couple years without that.
Yeah, okay, so here's my last question. Would you rather be in the situation you're in now, which is alone, for the last 5 years, or with that man in the recliner?
Oh, much better where I am now.
No kidding, because you just hate your life, don't you? I mean, when you're
much
sitting
better.
there looking at that guy and you can't believe you married him and he's just sitting there.
Well, I'd be about, at least now I could get up and leave, and I
That's
came
what
to
I
LA
mean.
for 6 months.
That's
Yeah,
what I mean.
yeah.
Like, that was that.
Yeah.
Not only did you hate his guts, but you hated being trapped.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
You do. You
Oh,
look
yeah.
at him like you
harsh.
hate, because, okay, not to top her or be, I had a husband with a green recliner, and it was leather.
Why
No.
green? Why are these guys obsessed
Because it's
with
money green, because you paid big money for that
I
thing.
don't know. My ex-husband, he had like a little L pit group and a recliner went with it.
I would shoot myself if I had a green
Well,
chair.
I moved into the house. I didn't have like
Oh.
decorating rights.
No, money green is good.
No.
And it was
Oh.
beige carpet with dark cherry wood. Like the
Right.
the entertainment center was dark cherry.
50-inch screen with money green leather sofa,
Aw.
like Biggie
So
Smalls.
Bonnie,
used to say.
I'm with you. I had a man sitting in the green leather recliner. I've even talked about it on the air that he had a green leather recliner.
I love that.
And you know what he'd do, Bonnie?
What's
He'd
that?
chew on the side of his mouth.
Oh,
He'd go
man,
like
that's
this.
smart. Oh, that's even worse.
And I'd look over and there he was. And I'd be like,
slobbering and stuff, and drool's like all coming out of his mouth.
and he's watching baseball. I'm like, honey, let's go do something. I did surgery all day. Last thing I want to do is be on my feet. That's him chewing on the side of his face.
Right.
Yep.
I hated
We're
him.
bonded. We've survived a green leather recliner relationship.
Yeah, I hated him.
Yep, I hated it too.
Oh,
The food guy's here.
I know. Big
and
Mark
he
is
still thinks we're Mark and Kim.
that rules.
Oh no!
We've created a monster. All right, anyway.
Just remember when we go in the kitchen, Big Mark over there has to bitch at me because I'm that guy that Mark bitches at.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
Okay, all
that's-
right. And I'll be Kim?
Yeah,
Yes.
yes. Then you were the only choice in
Okay.
the Mark and Kim scenario.
I want to be Mark.
You can't.
No, I'm Mark. You're Kim.
Oh, all right, anyway. That was from last week where the chef that came in to cook for everybody, we told him we were Mark and Kim.
So we could get first dibs on the food that they
Right,
had brought in.
Right. And he believed it.
And it works so well, he's back.
The problem is what is his ethnicity?
You know, I don't know. Middle Eastern, I believe.
Yeah. So I don't think that, I think that he trusts people in America.
Good for him.
Yeah. Nice guy. He's from Downey.
Works out for us.
Right. And so I don't think he can understand us that well. And so he believes us, and now I feel shame.
He should trust us.
Jack, we're lying.
I know.
Big fat American liars.
All right, here is the deal. We are talking about recliners. I don't know why. It's just kind of funny. I mean, it's kind of sad, but Bonnie is warning American women. And I love Bonnie for this. She married somebody that she adored and loved, and she wanted to be married to him for the rest of her life. And then one day, he bought a recliner. And then one day, he set his ass in that recliner. Oh. And then he never got up.
Oh.
And so she has started a coalition. She hasn't, but I'm helping her start one.
Right.
Warning American women not to let the recliner, she says, is the demise of American marriages.
I think she's misplaced her anger. I think he would have sat on whatever he could find.
You
and
do?
That, it was just
I
in
don't, Jack. I think you turn off the TV and you get rid of the recliner. Men are going to do stuff.
He'll lay on the couch. He'll find another piece
No.
of furniture to sit on.
My
disagree.
wife got rid of comfortable couch. And that's when we
And
got
it gets
the,
you
the
up.
wicker
Oh, no, it
crap.
puts you in
he
the back room.
He lays
Yeah.
in bed and plays video games now.
Now I go to the back
Now
room
he
and
doesn't
I stay.
even come out of his room.
No,
to
I don't sit on the
destroy
bed.
that.
I sit in a leather office chair.
Oh.
That's where I play video
So
games.
his
So he can
spine
roll.
can be lined up.
Yeah.
And so he can roll. He
I
doesn't
can
have
roll back to the
walk.
computer, get my cheat codes, and then spin around and play the game.
Wow. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out if there are, in fact, certain little milestones in your marriage that pretty much constitute a divorce. As crazy as it seems, I know what Bonnie's saying.
Oh, no, I feel her pain. Definitely.
I mean, because to me, it's, I know the snowboarder wants to get a big old flat screen and put it in the other room because we never go in the other room. We're always in the opium den.
Right.
What I call that opium den.
that back room.
Because it's so dark.
Right.
And I don't want to get a TV in the other room because I know what will happen. If we get a really luxurious, huge television, we'll just sit there and watch it.
Good.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
That's what big TVs are for.
Can I tell you that I threw the remote at him about 2 weeks ago and it busted into bits?
God, you're a pain in the ass.
No, it was the best thing that happened.
No.
Well, no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You have a broken remote. That's life altering.
And guess how great that is? We don't watch TV in that room.
I normally side with Jamie, but you break the remote, and
Yeah.
I might have to come over there.
That's
you know,
right there cause for divorce.
Right.
No, you
She
know
broke
what?
my remote.
Because he's like, I can't believe you broke the remote. I go, yeah, but look how much less television we've been watching.
Oh, you know what?
You say that like it's good.
And I thought
It
the
is good.
I thought the snowboarder was a bright guy. You know what I do? I have backup remotes.
Well, he got one.
Yeah, I have a remote.
programmed
I
it.
have an extra TiVo remote sitting in a little plastic thing that hasn't been opened yet, just waiting for the day the one I have dies.
Yeah, don't worry. He got it going.
All right.
Thank God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Glory to God. Let's do that. Here is Vanessa. Vanessa, those milestones in your marriage that you are helping other women out not to get, like recliners,
Well, actually,
big screen TVs.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I'm actually a newlywed, and when I got married, my husband had a green recliner.
It's the green recliner.
Why green? That I
I
don't
don't
get.
know.
I don't know, but since then, he's gotten rid of it for me.
Oh, see, he
it's
loves
new.
you.
It's new.
No, Jackie loves her.
Oh, give him a couple years.
Yeah.
That-
He's
He
coming
got-
back.
He'll get a brand
told
new
him I didn't
Naga
like
hide
it.
green recliner.
I told him I didn't like it, and so we put it out in the front yard with a free sign on it, and nobody
You
took
live
it.
in that neighborhood?
Oh, it must have been a beat up recliner. Was it
Yeah.
No,
corduroy?
actually, I live in a nice enough neighborhood that nobody would take it.
Because I'm thinking, I've been to Rialto, and I know you can leave your furniture out there.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny about Rialto, that town I drove through,
Right.
is everybody already has so much furniture in their yards, they don't pick it up.
I was going to say just lawn furniture.
Hey, I don't live in Rialto.
Oh, okay. Because I visited Rialto, and that's where people leave their furniture outside. But
nice.
I mean, I saw a guy, honest to God, had 2 couches in his front yard.
I saw somebody in my neighborhood here in Burbank who had a futon on their porch, and I thought, what do they do when that thing gets wet? That is now a 1,000-pound futon.
Summer comes, it'll dry right out.
Do you know where I grew up that they actually put their washer and dryer on the porch?
I know
Oh, yeah,
that.
that's
I've
cool.
seen
cool.
The carport.
Yeah, it's nice. Because, you don't want an extra room, use up any room for your washer and dryer. You put it on the
Right.
porch. That way
Well,
you
and
can sit
if
outside.
nobody comes and picks the stuff up, you take it. You call the trash people to come and take it away.
Yeah, but then you have to pay, and I hate that.
Large item.
Oh
pickup.
no, actually, it was free.
Yeah,
Ah.
in Burbank
who
it's free
wants
too.
a green recliner?
In Downey, you just drive it over the riverbed.
Oh.
Wait for the next big rain to come. Woo! Off the seas.
It's like a little boat, isn't it?
The trash barge is here.
Well, Vanessa, I think he loves you. Jack says it's new. I say it's love.
It is definitely.
He has it in
love.
his blood.
No, Jack, he gave it. He made a sacrifice.
No, he's
No,
an
he didn't.
addict.
He's upgraded.
There's no.
He suckered her in, and then he's going to upgrade. Jack's totally right.
He'll
He's
get a
gonna
better
end up-
one.
Yeah, like a double
Vanessa,
wide.
do you,
Oh, be nice.
He'll get one with the remote built into the arm.
Yep.
Vanessa, is he somewhere where we can call him?
No.
Why? Where is he?
He's at home.
Are you a smoker, Vanessa?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, baby.
Because I hear a little loogie back there rattling.
He just didn't want his recliner to reek. As soon
Oh,
as
No,
you
actually,
quit
he
it.
doesn't. He doesn't watch TV.
Well, why do you have a recliner then?
I have no idea.
really
That's why I
liked the
made him get
ceiling.
rid of it.
Sometimes men like to masturbate in the recliners.
Oh, no, not my husband.
Of course
Oh,
not,
no,
precious.
he's perfect. See, what did I tell you about her?
All right, will you get her freaking husband's phone number? Because I'm worried. Yeah. All right, I'm on your team now.
Yeah.
Damn it. I don't want to give in. I want to fight you. You're right. She's one of those.
Yeah.
Tracy.
Hi, you guys rule.
We rule. How are you?
I'm good.
All right, so we're warning American women about some of those milestones in life or in marriage that you should not get, including the recliner and the big screen TV. Otherwise, it's grounds for divorce.
Okay, I got the topper for that.
Okay.
We have a theater room in our house.
Ooh,
fancy.
That's not a neighborhood you can set the
Right.
recliner outside.
Yeah.
No. Well, we're getting ready to get a 90-inch projection TV.
Oh, wow.
Wow. You know what's weird is that the countertop here raised up a little bit.
Right. Well, that's,
90 inch.
that's thousands of dollars.
Wow.
And so instead of the really cool theater seats that you get that, like, they step up and stuff,
Right.
he wants to fill the room with all recliners.
Oh, that's kind of nice, though, for the theater room.
Why?
I don't,
No, I have four
I know-
sons, and they're all going to be in there, and I kind of think it would be kind of cool.
You know why? It's
because
called
then they'll-
Manadice.
Huh?
Like paradise, but it's Manadice.
Manadice?
Yes.
Almost
90-inch TV.
Manadice.
I'm telling you, that's nice. My uncle has a theater in his house, and he got these big Italian leather chairs that are like overstuffed, and you sit in them, and it's so nice in your own home theater.
Yeah, but they never get up.
Perfect.
Yeah,
But
but
it's
it's a
kind of
theater.
cool because then they'll all be in the room, and they'll leave me alone.
Leave you alone. I mean, I guess there's that angle, but wow, I can't imagine getting a whole room of recliners.
I just want Tracy to adopt me. I'll live in their theater
Yeah.
room.
Yeah, Tracy. Okay, I have one last question for the guys since you brought this up, Tracy.
Yes.
Would you guys rather have a theater room, okay, with
Okay.
the huge leather
Right.
chair, everything that Tracy's talking
Yes,
about?
90-inch.
90-inch projection
digital
television.
Round
projection.
sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing. Or, like, let's say for you, Pamela Anderson and a 10-inch black and white television the rest of your life.
Pam's gonna get old. I'll take the TV room.
Is that true?
Yes.
Are you not kidding?
I'm not kidding. Oh my God, I love me the Pam.
And I think Stench is smart enough to know that even the most beautiful woman is going to be a pain in the ass at some point, and that
Yeah.
TV room's never going to let you down.
Always gonna love me.
Damn it, I was hoping he'd look old.
No, that's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen him what feels like forever, and he's back again. Well, he really never left.
Yeah.
He doesn't leave.
No, he
Ever.
doesn't leave. He just keeps getting more shows.
Exactly. Geraldo!
Thank you. Thank you. Nice to be here.
You look fabulous.
So do you, pregnant lady.
Yeah, I'm a little
Congratulations.
bitchy, so I might just bite your head off and chew it out.
I heard the due date is 666.
Yeah, 666. Yeah, yeah. And
So does that indicate who the dad is?
yes, more than the mommy.
Oh.
Yes, it's more the father's fault that it's 666.
Oh yeah.
It really is. In fact,
I've done a lot of work in the occult and Satanism, so just call on me if you need it.
well, and not only that, but you've done a lot of work with creating children.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. I have a 12-week-old even as we speak.
My God, what's the gamut of the kids?
12 weeks to 26 years.
That's cool.
Yeah, I had dinner with my 26-year-old last night.
I had dinner with my 26-year-old while holding my 12-week-old. Geraldo, what up with that? Is that
You know,
okay?
my dad was one of 19. So what happens when you have that many children intergenerationally? Oh, both parents, the same parents, my granddad and my grandma, same. They lived to be 95 and 99. And what happens is the older kids begin to raise the middle kids, and they raise the younger kids as they come up. It kind of is a real family.
Right, so you just pass along the kids.
Just pass them
you
along,
have
pass
the
them along.
fun, and then you just pass along the kids.
I get on that recliner you were talking about earlier.
Now, how many baby mamas?
4. I missed one.
You didn't like her much, did you?
I doubled up on one I really did.
Any regrets, like along the way?
I have absolutely no regrets.
No,
I mean,
you-
I've been around so long. If I start regretting now, my
Yeah.
goodness.
All right. So, are you happy where you are in the place you are right now?
I'm happy I'm not in Iraq.
Well, right.
Having been there 6 times,
And that you're not drawn out where the hell we are in the sand.
Oh.
that was such a lame thing.
Yeah.
But, no, I love the GIs. I love being close to them. I just hate getting nearly killed every time I travel.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Yeah.
Yeah, now you have people, right? You have people you send out to get nearly killed.
Yeah, you're like the new Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
It's their turn.
I'll stay here in the studio while Jim goes into Iraq.
Exactly.
Jim, you find that graffiti, my signature on the bunker wall there?
So you
That
have a
little
new
pile
show.
of brown in the corner. That's me. Last time I was there.
So you have a new show, Geraldo at Large.
Geraldo at Large.
It's
not that different from the show that I just gave up a week or two ago on the Fox News channel. It's news with passion.
And so what's the deal? It's the same thing, just new name, new revised, new.
Yeah, I guess.
Fox.
I've basically been singing the same song for 35 years. I've been in TV, so I'm not gonna.
Although the Geraldo daytime talk show ruled.
It did rule.
That was totally different.
Yeah, but
that was still me too. Even though I was having brawls with skinheads and stuff like that.
That was the best
No, but
stuff
that
ever.
was good. Except for one day, I remember getting like a facelift or something. And I was like, "Whoa, okay."
I'll never live that down. Took the bat from my butt and put it in between my eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember
But that was
Butthead
before.
and all those jokes.
You remember that stuff though?
But you know what's weird about that is,
Before Botox.
Yeah, but that was before it was okay.
Before it was cool. Oh yeah.
Yeah, like now
no.
we go, I even asked my OBGYN last night if I could have Botox. I'm pregnant. And I'm like, would it be okay if I got Botox? He's like, where are you getting it? I'm like, in my head. He's like, I don't really, so that's the thing is like now pregnant women are, you were doing it before it was cool.
A lot of them getting tummy tucks after the cesarean
Right,
section.
they have the plastics guy waiting right there.
I had Joan Rivers on that show, and she was like only into her like 20 or 30th procedure. Now she's much better.
My God.
I love her.
Now, also there are news reports. I'm trying to find the news reports. Who's the gay anchors? Oh yeah, I wanted to get your comments on this.
outing people.
Yeah, they're saying Anderson Cooper, which I agree that he's gay only because of how he dresses. They're saying the gay-oriented Houston Voice has outed CNN's Anderson Cooper and Fox News Channel's Shepard Smith, charging that they choose to hide and deceive and to protect their incomes. Who cares about that? And images at the expense of contributing.
Who is outing them?
The gay-oriented Houston Voice.
Yeah.
What's the point of that?
That's what I say. If they report the news, you said it too.
I think that you could draw a line from the activist journalism of Edward R. Murrow to me to Shep and Anderson. I think Shep and Anderson are the two best of that generation, of the current generation that are out there. They're courageous. They're in the field. They're risking things. They're not just staying safe in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
I was with them both in Hurricane Katrina. They both did a great job. Hey, gay, straight, who cares?
Yeah, I know.
So you think they're targets because of that? Because they're out there
I just
making
think
it
that
different?
sometimes the gay community devours its own.
Yeah.
What's the point of this? You want to hurt these people
that's a
commercially?
good
It's just,
point. Devours their own. You're right.
Yeah, what's the point?
All right, so Geraldo at Large, and we can see it starting next Monday.
Yeah,
Halloween.
Halloween. Yeah.
Halloween. That's a weird day to kick it off.
No, it was not of my choosing. It just happens to be a Monday.
And what kind of things?
Well, I'll get your baby. Your baby the first guest. Hey, come on, little 666.
Come on, little
Hey,
Satan.
Come on.
Yeah, by the way, my, see, it's going to be a bastard, but my boyfriend / sometimes fiance / sometimes boyfriend / sometimes guy I hate.
Doesn't he have a job? What's the matter?
Well, sometimes he snowboards.
Oh, he has a job. Guy works his ass off.
Sometimes he snowboards, he jumps over.
Does he listen to the show?
Well, right, he fell off a motorcycle, so he's kind of on Vicodin right now. So everything I'm saying is amusing right now. Or everything I'm saying right now is okay.
Yeah, that's why you threw the remote at him. Wake up!
You get to be on Vicodin, I get to be on nothing. Like the crazy I get to do is like have a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm living.
He's off. Baby.
All right,
He's
so
off.
we get to have him for one more break.
We'll come
Yeah.
back with one more.
All right. So also, if you have any questions for Geraldo, anything at all, this guy's a pretty. I don't know. I even like it if people ask you lifestyle questions, not about your life, but theirs as well. Because
I'm not gay.
have you ever tried it?
That's a good question.
I cut down.
I'll answer that after the break.
Because let me tell you this: I cut down a tree, but I don't call myself a lumberjack.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Well, how many times does it take?
This, you don't even
Thank you.
you're like P. Diddy or whatever. You don't even need the Rivera. Now everybody knows just Geraldo.
Yep.
I can't believe you're
Elvis,
such a
Lassie.
tatted man. You're a tatted man.
Yeah.
I've been to that
I've had a
Cafe
checkered
Soul.
past. That's my daughter's name, Soul.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, which one? The new one or the old one?
The 12-week-old. Isabel and Simone are the other.
The 12-week-old or the 26-year-old?
No, that's Gabriel.
And what's the little star on your hand?
Star of David that I self-inflicted on myself when I was a teenager.
But if you're Jewish, you're not supposed to ink yourself.
Yeah, but I call myself a Golani Jew. I named myself after the Israeli Brigade of Special Forces guys.
You're a special Jew?
I'm an aesthetic and ethnic Jew. I'm not particularly religious.
Oh, okay. All right. And then what's on the other arm? May I ask?
Mermaid for my daughters, my older daughters.
Oh.
I was married on 7/11, and she was born on 11/7.
There's some marking out. What'd you mark out there, buddy?
No, I never erase. I never erase.
Oh, you don't erase? Oh, okay.
I don't believe in that.
The new wives?
None of my wives are mad at me at all.
None of my wives.
A good name.
All 5 of them are happy with you?
They are.
That's good.
Yeah,
Would you pay them to be happy?
No, I think that once you have children with a woman, that woman is part of your family for the rest of our lives.
Well, the snowbird's such a sucker right now.
No, it's absolutely true. I think that men that walk away from their children and from previous relationships and go on and have other families, they should go to jail. They shouldn't be. They should have to have licenses to have more children if they're not taking care of the children that they leave behind. I think it's fracturing the whole fabric of the country.
So you keep your integrity when it comes to your children.
Yeah, and my ex-wives.
And your wives.
And I treat them with respect. I give them plenty of money.
But what about the third wife? I mean, yeah, but
third wife is Gabriel's mother, the 26-year-old's mother.
But wouldn't she go, hey, you know what? I'm the third wife. This seems to be maybe a pattern. Like maybe I don't want to.
No, the third and the fifth are very close friends. The trick is to get the fourth and fifth. So they're
why are the third and fifth friends?
Because it's 20 years since I was married to the third, and
Didn't the third warn the fifth?
About what? What's the every one of them has had great lifestyles. They live in townhouses or seaside mansions. What are you going to warn them?
And you're in your trailer.
All they have to do is endure a Jewish Puerto Rican once in a while.
Consider Iraq a lot.
And you're like,
that's right.
The poor guy's got a Winnebago, like a Trapper John MD, and he's like, yeah, but I loved them all.
For a time, I lived on my boat in the marina.
Oh, no.
I was down to that with every other loser divorcee.
Every other one. Oh, my God. It seems like that you would learn that maybe you don't need to marry them.
I don't know why I always got married.
Well,
kind of Elizabeth Taylor said that she was, she got married 7 or 8 times. She said she was an old-fashioned kind of girl. I guess an old-fashioned kind of guy.
But come around the fifth one, don't you go, okay, maybe I don't need to get married. Maybe I can do that. What's that really hot chick, older? I don't know. And her daughter married that.
Goldie Hawn.
Why didn't you do Goldie Hawn?
Why didn't I do her?
No, I bet you probably did. But
we don't have. Anyway, I don't.
Yeah, you are the.
After a while, it's Brad.
What Wilt Chamberlain of media men?
No, isn't Larry King's been married like 100 times
Larry
too?
Yeah, but no, Larry never gets a rap like that. He's got little baby children too.
Yeah, but that's because you're more attractive and in good shape.
I have
he's
tattoos,
just
that's why.
Yeah, he's just an old guy that people feel sorry for.
Good old Larry.
Yeah,
Got the
like
walker.
you look
He's got
like
the babe
right.
scratching his back.
Like people are proud of him. You look like a player. That's the difference.
Yeah,
you gotta get a different look.
I've been 5 years clean and sober in the infidelity area.
Oh, really? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is so.
Almost 5.
So you cheat
going on 5.
You cheat on every wife.
Had I in the past, in that previous, I don't want to sound like Danny Bonaducci.
Donnie's fine.
But I'm sober now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let me just shoot this up here. We'll talk a little more.
Yeah. He was sober the whole time he was here. I swear.
He apologized to me so many times. He's come on my show, my daytime show. He'd be stoned. I said, "You're stoned." He said, "No, I'm not." Then he'd come back on the show. Last time I was on the show, I was stoned. I lied to him. How many times are you going to do it? It was like a serial situation.
No, not our Danny.
I'm not really stoned now. Then why are we in the men's room for 2 hours?
Our Danny was sober, wasn't he, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. He's suing me.
For what?
Because I said that he was higher
He's not the father.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
that would rule.
Talk about morning sickness.
666
yeah. No, I wouldn't get close to that penis. I'll tell you that right now.
Can you imagine what it looks like?
Well, he whipped it out all the time.
Get out.
I've seen it more than I've seen
on the
my
radio.
own.
He did.
All the time.
No way.
Bleh. But no, he's suing me for.
He probably throws the microphone.
Because I said that he was higher than a kite when he came in here.
Yeah.
He sued you for that?
Yeah.
But truth is an absolute defense. I'm an attorney. Believe me. Don't sweat it. You can always subpoena me or my tapes.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
I think this one we got covered.
That's funny. That's funny.
All right, I have one person that's been holding forever that needs to ask you something. I don't know what it is. Yeah, Irma?
Yeah, this is me.
Hi, Irma.
Hi, Jamie, Jack, and Stench.
Hi. Go
Hi.
ahead.
Hi, Irma.
Hi, Geraldo. Oh, it's a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you very much,
She's so
Irma.
excited.
I am.
What do you want to ask there,
Cógelo
Irma?
suave.
I wanted to know his opinion on this thing with Cheney connected to that CIA leak. What does he think?
You know what I think? I think that what they did in terms of leaking it is a kind of a minor Washington kind of stab the other guy in the back phenomenon. But it's the cover-up that always sinks them. And the same thing with Bill Clinton. So he got, had oral sex with
It
Monica
didn't end up
Lewinsky.
sinking him, though.
But it came close, and he was impeached, and his whole legacy is tarnished and scarred by it if he had fessed up right away.
Yeah, that's
I did some inappropriate things with this young lady.
I
didn't have
touched her in her
intercourse or
bathing
something.
suit area.
So whatever. Yeah, something something about private. But I think that there's a very, very good chance that later today, certainly by tomorrow, either Karl Rove, the president's #1 right-hand man, and or Scooter Libby, the vice president's #1 right-hand man, are going to be indicted. And I think that with the country stressed out, 2,000 dead
That's
in
the
Iraq,
last
and
thing we
everything
need.
else going on, the president's going to be totally distracted now by yet another special prosecution that tears the guts out of the White House. I think it's really a tragedy.
But
Not that they don't have it coming.
but
They,
do you
when
think
you
it's
lie to the
true?
grand jury, you got to. I think it's true that they scooted around the truth when they were under oath before the grand jury.
But I think that's what. But you bring up a great point, which is okay. You did you screwed up.
Right.
Shame on you.
Right.
Say to the people, I screwed up. Shame on me.
Exactly.
It could all be over.
That's the way I am with my divorces. Yeah, I screwed up. Shame on me, but, if I'm taking care of everybody, that's
Right.
it, that's it.
That's how you should live your life.
That's
It's
it,
like
that's
I
it.
screwed up. I'm
It's
sorry.
Like Earl, that Earl show.
I love that show. Don't you love that show? I love that show. Oh my God. I know. I wish I could walk around my list too. I'd be too ashamed.
Yeah, we'd have like 20 seasons.
No kidding. All right, Irma, you got it covered?
All right. Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks for letting me talk to Geraldo. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, we like Geraldo. You know that.
Yeah, and I love this since he was on ABC way back in the
15
day.
years there.
Wow.
15.
And you know that starting on Monday, he'll be on Fox at 11 o'clock.
And I'll be watching.
Thanks,
Okay, so
Eddie.
when will he be on?
On Monday on Fox at 8. What time did you say?
11. Fox 11 at
11
11. That's
11
it.
o'clock.
Yeah, I every time I see him, I just watch him when I'm home and everything. So, but I do enjoy Geraldo.
Thank
Always
you,
have. And Geraldo,
What?
you and I share the same birthday.
No way. July
Yes,
4th?
That's right.
Happy
Wow.
birthday, honey. Happy birthday.
Hey, Monica,
Feliz cumpleaños.
just put that Danny guy on hold real fast. You know, they keep trying to write out some kind of like what he wants, and so what, Danny? We gotta go because he's gotta go somewhere else. Danny. Danny.
Yeah,
Hi, you had a question for
Is
Geraldo?
this Danny Bonaducci? No.
I do.
All right, what is it?
I'd like to know where he thinks the plane went to that crashed into the Pentagon, and how come we never
What are
talked about those poor people and
what
their
are you-
families?
Conspiracy theorist.
Oh, where the plane went? It burnt
Right.
up.
We never saw any pictures of it.
You know,
I
I've
never heard
examined
that.
the videotape.
I've never heard a conspiracy theory about the Pentagon.
The
There is?
conspiracy is that it was a set-up job, that no one saw the plane approaching the Pentagon, that it was actually pre-placed and it was an explosion. It's one of those dark conspiracy
I've never
theories that
even heard
9/11
that.
was actually a creation to create the war on terror, to kind of demonize radical Islam so we could go out and set off against them in Afghanistan and in Iraq. If that was
Wow.
a pre-planned conspiracy, it's like the most screwed up conspiracy in the history of man. I looked at the videotape. I don't see the evidence that the conspiratorialists see. I don't.
Yeah,
I really
and that other plane wouldn't have crashed into the field if that was true.
Or how about the two that hit the World Trade Center and took
Yeah.
3,000 lives with them?
Yeah,
and
I
my
never heard
brother
that
saw
there
those
was,
hits, so I know that.
there was a conspiracy. I've been in
Yeah.
the dark or something. I
Yeah,
didn't
there
hear
is.
that.
They are now. There's some millionaire behind these giving out free DVDs that has all of the plane and the long shot and why didn't it knock this tree down when it came into the Pentagon if indeed it was flying.
Wow.
How did they find it? How did they fly so low? How did they get under the radar? How come it's not on the air traffic controllers records and those kinds of things? And I think that it's nonsense when you examine the evidence, but people don't want, just like look at the John F. Kennedy assassination.
Yeah.
Way back in 1963, you're talking, and still to this day, there are people who insist that it could not have happened the way the Warren Commission and the others said it happened.
Mm-hmm.
But if you really examine the record in a dispassionate way, generally speaking, these things are what they seem to be.
All right, so finally, the last hard-hitting news in America. Tom Cruise, really his baby?
I think he must be a nice guy, but the whole Scientology thing wigs me out. It really wigs me out. Whoa.
And do you know that you have to be quiet during childbirth? Did you read that?
What if you're screaming?
You're not allowed to scream out.
What, they give you a bullet to bite?
I don't know what happens to you, but you're supposed to keep quiet during childbirth.
The outer space people will come and like rub your belly.
Yeah, you have to be quiet, and there's no epidural, no anything like that.
Man.
I mean, some of the legends in the various world religions, and traveling as much as I do, I see them, and you just see how religion was created to suit some need of the moment. And I don't want to seem irreligious. I'm a very spiritual person. But Tom Cruise jumping on that couch, that was
Hey, that was a spiritual moment for me.
That really freaked me out. Yeah, it was a spiritual moment for me to change the station and go wash my hands.
Oh my God, Oprah got a mini tramp in her studio.
Imagine like follow you home, being stalked now by that crazy guy who's jumping on the couch.
I know. And it was a new set too. I was like, don't run the couch. That's probably really expensive, damn it.
I wonder if he ever whipped it out.
No, he's sober too. They're all sober. Damn it, Al.
Vitamins.
Yeah, yes. Take those vitamins. That'll get you through the pain and suffering. Oh my God. All right, Geraldo, please come back anytime.
Okay.
We would love to have you back.
Thanks. It was a lot of
We
fun.
really would. Geraldo at Large. It will start Monday at 11 p.m. on Fox. Geraldo!
Thank you.